This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Daughter's killing continues to haunt dad. Fearful that his daughter's murderer is still out there, a 54-year-old father is being haunted by sounds of men kicking off his door and entering his home to kill him every night. His daughter, 30-year-old Leona Kimi Samon, a driver employed to Grace Kennedy Limited, was killed early on the morning of February 16 while she was making deliveries in close proximity to her home in Windsor Heights off Windsor Road in St. Catherine. Samon's body was found along Washington Drive in Windsor Heights with multiple gunshot wounds, a slashed throat, and plucked out eyes, a sight that has lingered with her father. Sometimes me can't sleep. Me traumatized. Sometimes everything just a run on my mind. Me can't even think straight. Each time she a run on my mind. She had the oldest child, the man told the news. The 54-year-old had told the news that while being informed about the state of his daughter's body, police officers had to console him. On Wednesday, February 23, St. Catherine South Police held a person of interest in relation to Samon's murder. The news understands that the suspect was held in an operation in Central Village and was to be questioned in the presence of his attorney. 3 days later, detectives laid the charges against the 31-year-old Saddam Morgan, also known as Tracus, who is believed to be involved in the murder. Morgan, a welder of Windsor Heights Central Village, was charged with robbery with aggravation and illegal possession of firearm. He is set for a court appearance in early March. However, the grieving father said he was still fearful. Me no feel safe. Me feel like the perpetrator will send two men to come and kill me. I don't know. Any game can play, right? People know where me live and everything. Sometimes at night time me hear some sounds and me fly out of me sleep. Me all listen fear if nobody go kick off the door and come in and shoot up the place. I don't know. I just that me I think most times, the man went on. The police called me and me go down the station on Monday. Them ask me some questions and so forth. This don't change anything. What if more people are involved still out there? The father lamented. Samon's younger brother is also still reeling from the tragic loss. It is distressing. I have never dealt with a situation like this before. I'm kind of flustered, he told the news. The investigation is still going on and they have people in custody and so forth, so I am just hoping for the best. We are still awaiting updates, so until then, we can't proceed with anything. The autopsy hasn't been done as yet, so we haven't identified the body as yet. Police sources had told the news that it seems someone didn't make it home on Wednesday morning. The truck she was driving was discovered stripped of all the goods on the main road. This was a little distance from where her body was dumped. Meanwhile, Samon's aunt has taken a huge hit with her health since the news broke. I'm not doing so good. I went to the doctor on Monday and I am under depression. Right now from last week, me under diarrhea, stomach pains. I'm just not feeling good. The doctor saying it is the depression doing me like this, resting on my body and making me sick and all these things. My doctor sending me to the mental health doctor. So me say I am not going because me no mad, she told the news. She also said her brother should be around the people as he grieves his first child. It's because he is by himself. Right now I have to stay with my family members and them try to console me and so. And my church people them and so. But it's still worrying. I am not at my house now. I don't even know what is going on at my house now. On Monday, February 28, 3 men were arrested in relation to illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an operation in Windsor Heights. A Glock pistol and 2 magazines loaded with 30 rounds of 9mm cartridges were allegedly seized by the police. PNP sees positives from renewed Vale Royal talks. The Vale Royal talks, according to People's National Party President Mark Golding, have been quite successful in facilitating much-needed conversation between the government and the opposition on national issues. National security, constitutional reform, health, and the Jamaica 60 Diamond Jubilee celebrations were among the topics discussed during the 3.5-hour dialogue, which was held on February 22, 2022. I think a better understanding of our positions was achieved, and that's very important, said Golding. He added that he would like to see the commencement of the work in areas that have been identified. Golden said he hoped the Prime Minister would arrange more of these consultations so that the opposition's positions can be taken into account. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Golden discussed the unacceptable high levels of crime and violence that continue to bedevil the country. Police statistics show that between January 1 and February 19, the country recorded 206 murders, 157 shootings, and 130 robberies. In an interview with the news, Golden asserted that he and the Prime Minister have established an understanding over the PNP's opposition to the use of states of public emergencies. Golden described the PNP's stance against the SOEs as a sound opposition to an ineffective crime-fighting tool, but acknowledged that he planned to assist the government in finding more effective solutions and strategies to combat crime. We all are in favor of constructive engagement around the crime. We helped them with the Zozo legislation in Parliament, and we will do the same with the firearms bill, which is now in Parliament, and we have pointed out some ideas to them that we think should be included in the Enhanced Security Measures Bill, which we have been waiting for a long time, and it's still not before us, said Golding. The proposed law on enhanced security measures is intended to provide the security forces with the tools that they need to dismantle criminal networks, minimize violence, and restore public order. I am looking forward to seeing those ideas expressed in the legislation that hopefully will reach Parliament shortly, he added. Golding had also expressed a desire for Jamaica to part ways with the British monarchy in short order and to have its own Jamaican-born head of state. When Barbados removed Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state on November 30, 2021, it reignited and heightened discussions locally that Jamaica may follow suit. As a result, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared last year that Jamaica would become a republic soon. Golding acknowledged that the Jamaica Labour Party seems to be committed to it as well, but confessed that the government was not moving as expeditiously as the PNP would like it to move. Shift schools given 2 weeks to streamline operations for face-to-face classes. Schools with established shift systems have an additional 2 weeks to streamline their operations to facilitate the full resumption of face-to-face classes. This was stated by the Acting Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education and Youth, Dr. Kassan Troop. She said the timeline will enable the schools to work through their challenges and communicate with the parents so they can know fully when they will be going back to their normal operations. She was speaking during the ministry's virtual town hall meeting on the full resumption of face-to-face classes on Friday, March 4. Troop explained that schools on the shift system will have to facilitate a number of changes given their situation, noting that they are beyond their capabilities and there is a classroom shortage issue among other things. So they need a little bit more time to work through that, and we're asking parents to just be patient with them, she further noted. The education officer emphasized that the ministry really wants to have all our students back in the whole-day school environment, especially in light of the learning losses that we have suffered over the period of the COVID-19 pandemic. Face-to-face classes are slated to fully resume on Monday, March 7. Suspect related to Friday's guns and ammo find makes contact with the police. The woman who was listed as a person of interest in connection with Friday's major gun and ammunition find at a warehouse on Industrial Terrace in Kingston has reportedly made contact with the police. The news has been informed that arrangements have been made for the woman to meet with investigators. However, no date or time has been disclosed. 21 firearms were seized during Friday's operation. The guns were found in a box which was destined for Moko Clarendon. More than 1,000 rounds of ammunition and 3 pounds of ganja were also found. Meanwhile, 7 people were taken into custody on Friday in connection with the seizure of a firearm in the Kingston Central Police Division. The police say a raid was conducted on Prince of Wales Street. A Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 17 rounds of ammunition and a single shotgun cartridge were seized. Education Minister says technology will remain a permanent feature in the classroom. Technology will remain a permanent feature of instructional delivery in schools, says Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams. Her announcement comes as the school prepares for the full resumption of face-to-face classes on Monday, March 7. We will still have all the technology that you're used to. We will also have the lessons on television because the ministry has its own channels, so those will still be there, Williams advised. She was speaking during the ministry's virtual town hall on the full resumption of face-to-face classes on Friday, March 4. Williams said students will need to use their physical books for their lessons as part of the mixed modality of instructional delivery. She also advised that the devices provided to children are to be used to augment what they are learning in the classroom. So yes, the technology will remain, but we will just be using it in a different way than you're used to when we were in mixed modality, she further pointed out. For her part, Acting Permanent Secretary in the ministry, Maureen Dwyer, noted that a technology in the education policy was approved. Technology is here to stay. That's what the landscape will look like in the future, she added. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.